Hello again.
Let me dress you.
Have you found any interesting reading material? The story of Jack of Blades should keep the little ones in line. Ah, it lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education. Who's the red-robed warrior that brings death and destruction to all of Albion?
Jack!
Who's the legend in the mask with the strength of 10 heroes?
It's Jack!
Who's the demon that stalks in the night, dragging bad children into hell?
Jack!
Some say that Jack of Blades has lived forever and is not of this world. But there are those who claim it is not Jack, but his mask that we should fear, and that many men have worn it over the centuries. Whatever the truth, he is not someone to be crossed.
Have you ever seen anyone more ridiculous?
Chicken Chaser! What a stupid name! Did your face go on fire and melt?
Do you have a donation there, hero? Oh, the other land looks like a charming story. Ah, it lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education. 'Twas in the latter days of the kingdom old that a boatload of travellers, wheat and rice, fleeing our land for fear of the sword, discovered an island that was true paradise. There were they welcomed by the native folk, with gifts of fruit and fowl and pig and trout, and a strange kind of ale brewed from egg yolk that the refugees drank till it knocked them out. Soon they were stirred from their peaceful slumbers by the splattery coughs of their gracious hosts, who had taken ill and were dying in numbers of colds their visitors had brought to their coasts. Ere long, the kindly natives were all but extinct, and as they knew not how to gather nature's bounty, the fate of the foreigners to theirs was linked. They died of starvation, though surrounded by plenty. A few local survivors did their paradise rebuild, erecting this time a great fortress in the sand. It would stop them once more getting killed, lest those bad people from Albion return to their land.
You're a load of old pants.
Any books for us today, hero? Why, this book would be perfect. I've yet to meet a child who isn't fascinated by dragons. Why don't you stay and listen, hero? It's never too late to learn. A long time ago, well before the age of the Old Kingdom, the skies of Albion were full of fearsome, majestic dragons. They flew wherever they wished, ate the people's livestock, rained down fire on their villages, and distressed their damsels. Then came the kingdom of Archon, and with it heroes who hunted the dragons for sport, almost driving them to extinction. Before long, every home in Albion had dragon scale curtains, dragon claw back scratchers, and dragon foot paperweights. The few remaining dragons fled to the northern wastes, and there they remain to this day. Though they are nowhere near as powerful now as they once were, they still represent a hero's ultimate test.
You ready?
Got some books for me, hero?
To me.
I'm afraid school's closed.
The sky is really pretty today. But where did the roof go?
Chicken chaser, I believe. Obey the law.
Or a hero.
Oh, the children are always asking me about the arena. Oh. Why don't you stay and listen, hero? It's never too late to learn. How many of you have been to the Witchwood Arena? But have you ever stopped to look at the statues in the Hall of Heroes? Some of the greatest heroes in Albion's history are celebrated there. Mighty champions who conquered the arena and the people's hearts. In the days of the Old Kingdom, heroes would lead their fans into battles, so they could see their skill and bravery in combat. But all too often, spectators would find themselves torn limb from limb by balverines, or caught in the backwash of a hero's spell. And so, the arena was built in Witchwood, to give heroes a permanent stage on which to fight their duels without endangering the audience. Creatures are brought there from all over Albion for heroes to face, and the battles get more elaborate with every year that passes. But one rule remains unchanged. Should either hero wish it, the final battle between them can be fought to the death.
What was a sissy like you doing at the arena?
My dad.
Any books for It lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education. The way of the warrior doth take its toll on a hero's face, and ere long women will fly and escape before he can give chase. Scarred and dejected, a hero named Ralph stole all of the traders' riches. He made use of their gold and bought romantic gifts for all of the ladies. The women of Albion fell at his feet, and Ralph had the pick of the town, till he finally chose a pretty young girl and bought her a fine wedding gown. But too late did he see that love that is true isn't founded on wealth. His wife's only care was for money and gems he kept up on the shelf. By way of divorce, Ralph exercised his axe on her head. This he did mount up on the wall, just over the bed. So did the woman sadly become the world's first trophy wife. and Ralph did give up the matrimonial for the hero's life.
Where's your red nose?
Do you have a history? Is an
Seen
important.
anyone more ridiculous?
Ah, it lifts one's spirits to see. Can any of you tell me who built the ancient pillars at Lookout Point? Yes,
The people in the Old Kingdom, sir.
that's right. They once ruled all of Albion, and the ruins of their cities can still be found wherever you go. The kingdom was founded by a great lord named Archon, who united Albion using the power of the Sword of Eons. But over time, the sword began to corrupt him, and the kingdom fell into darkness. Strange monuments were built to focus the magical power of the kingdom, and terrifying armored figures were summoned to guard them. But at the very height of its power, the old kingdom collapsed, and Archon and his sword disappeared. What happened to them, nobody knows. Any books for... It lifts one's spirits to see. Thanks to this kind hero, today's lesson is from Volume 3 of The Creatures of Albion. If trolls ruled the land and dragons the skies, then the mighty kraken are masters of the sea. A few men have ever seen a kraken, and fewer still have lived to tell the tale. Since before the times of the Old Kingdom, these terrifying creatures have lurked in the seas that surround Albion. Their tentacles can grow to be over 100 feet long and are strong enough to crush a ship like kindling. A brave sailor once drove away a kraken by hacking off one of those gargantuan tentacles. But to kill one of the beasts, oh, that would truly be a heroic task. Hello again. What's this? The pale Balverine? I hope it doesn't give them nightmare. Thank you, hero. There was once a lord who thought himself good with an arrow, until people saw that his lies ran right through to his marrow. Many months in the cells of Bargate he spent, plotting his redemption. And once he was free, he hunted all evil without exception. One day he met his match, a foul and mighty Balverine. He did not die from its bite, but his curse was obscene. He became one of those creatures, and pale as snow was his fur. To kill him came then a red-caped woman, a true connoisseur. A silver arrow pierced his blackened heart and sent him to his grave. And so he died in infamy without the acceptance he craved. You have done our school such a great service. I don't know if we can ever adequately repay you. I do have a little something, and, well, I know it's not much, but the children think you'll love it. We used it in our production of The Mage's Apprentice, but it was a little large for our particular actors.